Hello to you. So it's time for this weekly Wealth Insight, and I had phenomenal feedback last week around, asking the right questions. And again, if you ask the right questions, you get the right answers. If you ask the wrong questions, you get the wrong answers. Had a huge amount of feedback from that around intuition, trusting the universe, trusting your intuition. So really, really interesting. What's interesting for me today is I kind of want to lead on from that. And I've been doing a lot of work over the years around the drama triangle and understanding the drama triangle. And I wanted to share with you an amazing article because it really does lead into the same thing, because this is one of the major blockages that people have. So normally in the drama triangle, you've either got the victim, that's like someone that's, got all the problems. And then you've got the rescuer, someone who runs in and tries to rescue them. And then you've got the persecutor, like they're the bad person that's, doing all the attacking. And what's really interesting is that how do you change that team dynamic? And it's the same thing. It's by asking great questions. So what's interesting is that the victim becomes the creator. Like they're not weak. They have the ability to solve their problems, but they have to get very clear on their outcomes. Like, what are they trying to achieve? The challenger, in a positive way, asks better questions. So it changes the mindset. So if I go to this here, I do this from a coaching perspective, where you get two types of mindsets. You get people that are in a away state, withdrawn, fearful, inability to make good choices, demotivated. About 95% of the world's population is this. The question is, how do you be in a toward state? Happy, ability to think clearly, creative, seeing your opportunities. There's only two ways to do it. The first way is to get around like-minded people and to pull in the same direction. And the second way is to get very clear on your outcome. So it's about asking better questions. Because when you're in low quality thinking, you ask bad questions, you get bad answers, you're stuck in problems and drama. But if you go for the outcome, you don't even worry about brainstorming and action yet. You focus on the outcome. What are you trying to achieve? Then you get high quality thinking. And again, with better questions, you get better thinking. And by doing that, you're going to get better results in terms of achieving your life. So what's fascinating is that that's the challenger. And then finally, you've got the coach. And the coach is there to really empower someone and to enable them and to ask better questions and to help them kind of change their mindset from that from that away state to that toward state. And you can see here that how do you change the drama triangle? Well, the victim transforms into the creator, the persecutor transforms into the challenger, and the rescuer, assumes a dynamic role of the coach. And what's fascinating down the bottom here is it talks all about it. So I'll put a link in down below. You can go read this article because I think it's really, really interesting in terms of, but it all comes down to a couple of things. Firstly, you need to feel empowered, like you can actually go out and solve the problems you have. Secondly, you need to get, very clear on your outcomes. Thirdly, you do that by asking better questions. And once you get clear on your outcomes and you ask better questions, then you're going to get in a toward state. And once you're in a toward state, then you're enabled to come up with brainstorming and coming up with ideas and actions, etc., to be able to get the results. So I hope that added value to you. It's a very quick condensed version of the drama triangle and the change in dynamic they call it the TED dynamic, which again, you can click on the link below. I find this fascinating because we had the Wealth Weekend this weekend, and it was a really, really amazing weekend. We had the most positive energy there. We had some fascinating conversations and dialogue and debate. And this is all about, again, being in the toward state, like-minded people, achieving your goals when it comes to wealth. And one of the people there was very akin with AI. And they said, Scott, the conversation you're having about asking better questions, getting clear on your outcomes, everything I've just said it's exactly the same as ChatGPT and AI. Because the better you get at asking questions, the better the output's going to get. So we've all got access to AI now. It's free. Everyone has access to AI. But the challenge is, how do you ask better questions? Because your output is going to be determined by your input, by the quality of your picture, by the quality of your questions. And so as we go into the next decade, and basically AI is the rest of our lives, like guaranteed. Okay, you need to really understand this framework, because when your brain, is firstly like the most incredible computer on the planet, and you need to ask yourself better questions. Okay, so you need to become a creator in your own life. Okay, and then you need challenges around you, people that are positively going to ask you better questions to go to the next level. And you need coaches to really empower you and drive you forward in that process. And then once you've got that and you're creating a better life for yourself and for those around you, and you've got that positive energy in a toward state, well, now you can exponentially improve that by using AI technology to get far better outputs. So I hope you enjoyed this weekly Wealth Insight. I try to keep these things to no more than 5 minutes. I can literally talk about this for 2 hours. But just remember, this is the most important brain in the world. ask yourself better questions, you're going to get better input. And I've given you some more guidelines around how to do that. And whether it's for yourself or for someone that you want, love and want to support, it's the same process. And then the next computer that's going to be as powerful as your brain, if not more powerful already, it's artificial intelligence. The exact same process works in terms of getting the output. Enjoy this weekly Wealth Insight. If you do, subscribe to the channel. I'd love your comments below. Let me know what you think with regards to what I've just spoken about, etc. I try to bring these out every Friday, so let your friends know, because we are passionate about helping people create the lives that they want. One of our slogans is to live a life unlimited. And where does it all start with? It starts with your belief system, because if you can change your belief system, and again, you can ask better questions, you can achieve anything you want in your life. And wealth's just a piece of the puzzle. Have an awesome week. Cheers.